What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Duga, coming at y'all with another video, man. And today, man, I'm gonna do just like a little quick recap on last night's NBA draft. Of course, you had my Miami Heat taking Tyler Hero. And like in my video last night, I know he's a really, really good shooter, but I kind of wanted to go a different direction, man. I worry about him a little bit defensively, and I worry if he could consistently create his own shot in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, is he more of Klay Thompson or is he more of like, Jimmer Fredette? You know what I'm saying? Or Nick Stauskas. Some of these other guys who could have really shoot really good, but once they got into the NBA, couldn't really create their own shot. So we'll see, man. We did need shooting, so if he could come in there and just work hard and be consistent, he should be able to really help this team, yo. As far as other things, man, obviously, you had Ja Morant going number 2 to Memphis, man. They made the big time trade as they traded their long time point guard Mike Conley over to the Utah Jazz, basically to, open that starting point guard slot for Ja Morant. And for Utah, man, they that's a good pickup for them, man. As Rubio is a free agent, to compare Mike Conley with Donovan Mitchell, because a lot of times Rubio is banged up and it forces Donovan Mitchell to play the point guard position, but he's better suited and more natural as a two guard. So when you come in with the steady hand of Mike Conley and Mitchell just going out there doing what he do, it's big for Utah, and obviously it's big for Memphis too. As they get guys like Grayson Allen and Jake Crowder and some future first round picks to go along with they promising point guard John Morant. Obviously then you had RJ Barrett going to the New York Knicks, man. Good spot for him as far as, it's New York, it's the mecca of basketball, and he's gonna have shots for days. Like he get to shoot all the shots he want to shoot over there, man. And it gives New York somebody to look forward to watching. And I don't know what's gonna go down with the free agency and everything, but it's a good building block for them to have RJ Barrett, yo. And a couple of other teams, man, a couple of teams who obviously, looks really, really good. The New Orleans Pelicans, they didn't surprise anybody by taking Zion number 1. We all seen that coming. He's transcended, you know, um, just the potential to be a real big time player. But I really, besides that, man, I really love what the GM David Griffin has done in the last couple of weeks. you know, Now granted they got very, very fortunate winning the draft lottery so they could get Zion. But trading Anthony Davis, man, getting Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart. At first I was a little not overly critical, but a little critical of the trade because I felt like they should have made sure they got Kuzma in that deal. But when you look at what he pulled off, man, he knows what he's doing. He was able to take that number 4 overall pick and turn it into the number 8 pick, 17 pick, 35 pick. They get this center from Texas, this very athletic center. I think it's Jason Hughes or something like that. And just to go on and run the floor with this young transcended team. They also get Nicole Alexander, who I would have liked my Heat to get him, honestly, instead of Hero, because he's a very good defender. Now, he could shoot the ball pretty well also. And then they get another guy from I think Brazil. He's supposed to come in and really be, a good player. Also, could compare him a lot to Josh Hart, who, of course, the Pelicans already have. But then they got some money to spend. They got like $30 million in cap space. They got another first round pick next year. They could go after, a big man, a veteran big man like an Al Horford to go out there and stretch the flow, for Zion, and also just, come with his veteran presence. I like what the New Orleans Pelicans did, man. I feel like next year they're gonna be one of the most exciting teams to watch in this league. And if those young guys just continue to mesh and grow, they could be a real contender in the next couple of years, man. Another young team that I like what they're doing is the Atlanta Hawks, man. Obviously they already have Trey Young and John Collins, but to trade up and I get a guy that they had 2 first round picks. to go up and get a guy that they identified, man, in DeAndre Hunter to come in, he's a two-way player, yo. He's probably the best two-way player in this whole draft. You know, he could go out there and lock down somebody defensively, which is very important, you know. And he also could shoot the ball. He shot, I think, over 40% or close to 40% from three-point range this season at Virginia, yo. He's a big-time player. And you also get Cam Reddish, who, you know, when he's hot, he's hot. You know, he's a spot up 3-point shooter with a little bit of athleticism, man. To go along with Trae Young and John Collins, I like what the Atlanta Hawks are doing also, yo. A lot of these teams are getting better, man. They're getting better. They either are contenders or they at least got some really young guys that's, you know, exciting to watch. The only problem with my Miami Heat is that we're not quite a contender, but at the same time, it's nobody that we have that's just really, really, really exciting. Like, oh man, we gotta go to the game and watch him. You know, all these teams like Phoenix got Devin Booker, obviously New Orleans got Zion now, Atlanta got Trae Young, you know, Memphis got Ja Morant now, the Knicks got R.J. Barrett, Cleveland has Darius Garland, you know, and Colin Sexton. A lot of these teams got young players that you know they're gonna be excited to go watch. While the Heat, we got guys like Kelly Olynyk, you know. But you know, we gotta get it together, man. Hopefully this hero guy shuts me up, man. I really am rooting, hoping that I'm wrong about him, man. But yeah, man, it was overall, man, it was a good night. You know, the Boston Celtics also, man. How many more picks do they have from that Brooklyn trade? Did Brooklyn give them the next 25 years worth of draft picks, man? Because Boston had 3 more first round picks. I'm like, man, how many more picks do they have, yo? That's crazy, man. But yeah, they got a bunch of young guys, man. Including one of them, my boy from LSU, Tremont Waters, man. Shout out to him on getting drafted. You know, and Carson Edwards, I look like they're gonna probably battle for that point guard spot as, you know, more than likely Kyrie is out of there. But yeah, overall, man, good night, man. Exciting night. You know, draft time is fun for everybody. You know, shout out to those young men getting their names called and all these teams, you know, getting better or at least hoping they getting better, yo. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go on, give me a subscribe, man. I'm gonna have NBA content, man, throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Let's go Heat.